afternoon, everybody.
Hi.
It's Wednesday night. It's 9 o'clock. It's time for the What's on Joe Mind TeamStream. We're a fan cast about the world of G.I. Joe. I'm your host, Mike Irizarry. How's everybody doing? And joining me here in the top row, the only row, the solitary row.
In the row.
Right. It's rack time, Rob.
Hi.
I
mean, dance like a Muppet. All right.
Like what title do I give you? Older brother of the show? I
don't know.
It sounds bad. It doesn't sound great. That's not the best title I could give. But Jobalong in Toy City notes that it's time to crack open the nickel beers. I don't know who's giving you nickel beers. It's not us. I thought we made that clear in the thumbnail. We canceled nickel beer night on our end. We went with fan appreciation night instead.
The last time we tried it, there was a riot.
Right. We appreciate everybody hanging out through the end of Atlanta Braves baseball. It's only going for a couple more weeks, so you won't have to deal with that too often going forward.
Last time we tried it, Cleveland had a forfeit.
Right. And yeah, so tonight we just decided after last week it was a lot of us giving silly opinions. So so many of you were gracious and played by our rules that I decided that this week would need to be more of a fan night. So we'll go back. Those of you who left your top 5 unmade G.I. Joe classifieds in the big boy comments on last week's video. We've got those on slides tonight, and we'll chat about them a little bit tonight. In addition, Super Chat is open. So whatever questions that you may have, fire away. Super Chats get precedence, of course. That's why we do Super Chat.
But mainly, nothing happened, so we got to fill some time.
Right. Nothing of any huge note went on. Wait for news to come to us from New York Comic-Con, fingers crossed. And also, I'm still trying to figure out my setup here, so if I'm looking off-center all night, whatever. Sorry. Don't let it throw you.
What really is happening is there's somebody in the other room there just jangling keys off to the side. So. It was an extra expense, but I was willing to, because we spare no expense for this 2-bit slime chip.
We get $17 off of that weekly or monthly coffee account, so we got a budget to burn through. But yeah, so I'm still trying to figure out, and sometimes I don't remember that my camera is over here, and I look at the screen that everything is on is over here now. Just off, kind of off that way. So it's the big screen. It's better from a production standpoint, but it's certainly worse from a host standpoint. I should probably just get a big Post-it note with an arrow pointing next to the thing. It's over here, stupid, and just leave it at that. But meanwhile, Racktime Rob, he does nothing for production, so it's easy for him.
I'm barely alive. What do you want?
He's useless. He's just here because he can dance.
I'm a useless pustule.
A barnacle on the What's on Joe Mind.
The mighty hull of What's on Joe Mind.
Like so much lamprey on Great White Shark.
Living above the What's on Joe Mind garage, like so much funsy.
Phil says I shouldn't go into the white van. He doesn't care if they have ice cream. You know what? You're not making a better argument than ice cream. So, yeah. Sorry.
What flavor of ice cream?
It doesn't matter.
Roofies. Anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's ice cream. If you're around a Dairy Queen, I have to recommend get it while you can, because it's probably either going away or it's about to go away. But that's Superman Blizzard. That's good stuff. Get yourself a Superman. I get like one Blizzard every 6 months, and this time around I got the Superman flavor, and it was really good. So recommended. What's on Joe Mind approved. Plus it's blue. Our logo is mostly blue. You know, you can't beat the synergy.
And hey, if you're HBO Max subscribers, Superman is streaming starting Friday.
Next
I recommend.
Next year, when there's no Superman movie, we're hoping to slide into that spot so they can bring that flavor back. They can call it the What's on Joe Mind summer sugar cookie mix or whatever.
Well, it could be halfway to the next Superman movie, Blizzard.
Andrew Galgan asks, what's in the Superman Blizzard? It is sugar cookie dough. And there's like a little squirt of flavoring in it that gives it kind of a berry tinge. And it's really tasty.
And a lot of blue food coloring.
Yeah. Whatever that flavor squirt is, it's blue. So it's kind of a, you know, like that generic blue raspberry thing that you get in your Otter Pops. But it's good. It doesn't sound like it would be good. I was skeptical, but I was like, I'll probably never get the chance to have this one again. And I was pleasantly surprised.
I just got an Oreo one.
You just got Oreo. You boring.
They're delicious. They
are. That's true. I mean, excellent counterpoint. It's the one. It's kind of the one that started it all.
It's Oreos and ice cream, and since you can't get cookies and cream with real Oreos in it now, well, there's your thing.
Joe ARAH asks. There it is. I saw Racktime Rob's thank you note in the Joy of Joe book. How was he involved there?
I think I just donated.
Yeah. I thought so too. I didn't know you were. I didn't know you were getting around the authoring community.
I didn't contribute anything to that. I think I just I think I sent him a couple bucks when they were raising funds.
Josiah Alcorn asks, just got here. Are we raising money for something? It looks like a couple of the GoFundMe things reached the goal. Eye operations and foot things. Good question. I figured we'd take a look at it afterwards, and whoever needed it when we were done. I figured we'd just kind of split it 3 ways, but again, we'll figure it out. But thank you, Josiah Alcorn. That's $5 going in the pot. Bart says, I thought Superman Blizzard was just the normal Blizzard with Smurf juice in it. You know what? Something to be said for Smurf juice.
Yeah, it was fresh Smurf.
Something to be said for Smurf.
Gargamel was jealous.
I can be had with berry flavored things. I don't necessarily like berries, but berry flavored things. Candy berry, yes.
Candy berry, sugar berry.
Yes, fake berry. Real
berry. Real fruit? No.
Like I like strawberries, but they get stuck. The little seeds get stuck in my teeth. I just can't eat them anymore. Blueberries, I dig. Grapes, raspberries, all good.
Yeah, if you had that super grip polydent, that would just keep the seeds out of there.
Oh, it's
you wouldn't bite down and go, ow!
It's real teeth, man. I kind of wish I had dentures because they're, like they would have to be. I've had so many years lost to apparatuses to keep my teeth aligned, and it does, like, as soon as I get rid of them, they just start to move back. Dentures have to be easier than this. They have to be. And did I walk in on Pepsi talk? No, Bart, you did not. It's never Pepsi talk. No. Unless we're talking about how Pepsi is unfiltered gutter water. It's the only Pepsi talk we have.
Oh, Michael Gene Fleming with an important question.
I'm a little dry tonight too, so if my voice starts to go, I've got the magic elixir Coca-Cola to try and save things. We'll see how well it works.
Well,
that's a real cola taste. Michael Gene Fleming, thank you so much for the super chat, sir. While details have yet to be finalized, I am transitioning to a work from home position with my job at the beginning of next month. Does Mike have any general tips or warnings on working from home? It's great. You have to make sure that you set yourself up to get out of the house. Okay. You won't notice how much you miss leaving the house until you don't. It's like for me, making sure I go to the grocery store once or twice a week is like appointment time. It's like going to a doctor's appointment. Like it must be done. But on the whole, you'll dig it quite a bit because you get to be very comfortable most of the time. It's the one benefit I have of working the crummy hours that I work is that at least I don't have to go anywhere to do it. I just have to stagger out to the corner of the room where I've got the computer set up now. My giant sized office chair came in last week. I got that put together while I was working on Saturday night. That's how busy Saturdays are. I was able to assemble the chair that I then worked the second half of my shift in. Yeah, it was so. But make sure that you make some time to get out and be a part of society when you are not at work. That's the biggest warning I can give you, because you start going back to almost that lockdown mentality, and that's like when people just start to freak you out by walking up within 5 feet of you at the target. That's a sign that maybe you're not getting out enough. Maybe you're not out in society enough. So make sure that you continue to do those things, just to keep yourself in society. Steve Young asks if we are Coca-Cola as a sponsor. If only.
I wish.
If only. Coca-Cola is a terrible company, by the way.
Yeah.
As most huge corporations are. They are awful. They are amoral. We are all just statistics to them that live to slurp their syrupy water. But damn if I don't love it. Joe ARH, thank you too, sir, for the super chat. Because What's on Joe Mind supports literacy and fine literature. Thanks, boys, for all you do. It means a lot to me. Hey, man, thank you for tuning in every week. You're here almost all the time, chipping in the live chat, and you're a big part of what we do. So don't sell yourself out on that. Michael Gene Fleming asks, where did I buy the chair from? I got it from, I've ordered it off of Amazon. Send me an email and I will remember to I'll give you the link. Because I am a large person, right? And so I got the chair for the super large people, and I'm swimming around in this thing, and it's comfortable as hell, and I love it. So if that's what you're after, send me an email so I'll pass the link on to you. Otherwise, I will forget. Joe Fan 84, Coke in the glass is the best. I have it in my plastic. My gray plastic cup, purchase at a Target in St. Louis for 50 cents. I got the whole set. The whole set.
The whole enchilada.
Bearded Megazord, back with us tonight. There's 33 of us in, only 20 likes. Hit the like button. I mean, can't argue with that, man. That's
actually a pretty good percentage, really.
That's a look. Most people on YouTube would love that percentage, but we call it low because this is What's on Joe Mind. It's free, folks. Hitting like it's totally free. While you're there, there's no guest to say they're sitting right above the button, but somewhere around this area between Rob and I's windows, that's where the buttons are. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe buttons, so we don't have to ask you after a certain point. I'm telling you, we get to like 2,500 or so, and I will never ask again. Never talk about the like button or the subscribe button ever again if we get to that point. I promise you that. There may be like some little, may put a little graphic up in the corner or something, but I will never say those words again. You have my word as the host of this program for almost 15 years. That just get your friends, subscribe, get your friends to subscribe and watch every so often, and that just it won't ever happen. Will never happen again. Oh, and I suppose the good news is that the office chair only cost me about $120. So sometimes the super big furniture gets a little crazy out of control, but this one was affordable. It was on sale, so act now. Cooter's Garage just did an elbow drop in the like button. We like that.
There you go.
We like that sort of enthusiasm.
The people's elbow.
Right. I'm thinking more of the elbow drop is Randy Savage. That's better than the people. Andrew Galgan, come on, buddy. Come on. There we go. Thoughts on the recent photo bumps from Hasbro on the Legacy Police Officer and Classified Steeler and Short Fuse 2-pack. It's great. We've got some of the Steeler and Short Fuse ones. I forgot about the police one, to be honest with you. It was one of those things that everybody was so freaked out about it for so long. And you know how we are on this program, that oftentimes things that are big deals and cause this big furor are not big deals to us. And it's because we know all we have to do is wait a little bit and it'll get there, right? So we knew that they had this police officer figure completed and finished and ready to go. And they just didn't release it when we necessarily expected it to, despite the fact that they never said they were going to push it out on any particular day. We saw it with a bunch of other stuff that got released, and then that wasn't released with it, and everybody freaked out. It's not like it wasn't going to come. So I honestly just didn't think about it. But they look great. They're fantastic. You can't ever say that intrinsically Classified they don't make good toys, right? Sometimes they're weird looking or they get some details wrong, but they're always great toys. Like Sigma 6, right? They were weird looking and they weren't quite right, but they were great toys.
Just not quite right.
Yeah, so that's the worst of the Classified line is in that category. So, but they look fantastic. Steeler and Short Fuse, I'm psyched up about now. Not to disregard Phil's work that he did for us at San Diego, but I was hoping that we would get some good studio quality, production quality photos of those, and we didn't. And so thankfully when those popped out this week, that caught my attention. Got a couple of them coming up for you in a little bit. What do you say though? We've burnt about 20 minutes of these good people's time. What do you say we get to the news?
Let's get to the news.
We're gonna wait till I get the news button. There it is. Right. Get that comment off of there. Sorry, Andrew Galgan. Nothing against your comment. Come on, buttons. Jesus. Come on, computer. Quit lagging on me.
You can do it.
Okay. Anyways. First news item. Come on. There we go. Hey, everybody. Chad LaForce. His Kickstarter's still rolling on. We got 18 days left on that, Rob?
Yes.
And what are we at money-wise for this one?
All right, money-wise, I'll do a quick refresh in case anything snuck in there after I opened it up. Hey, and some stuff did sneak in after I opened it up. $5,629 off a goal of $6,900.
Right. So this one's just about there. It's about where it was last week when we checked in on it, but that's fine. It's those middle dead days of all Kickstarter campaigns. If you have already pledged to this, make sure that you're sharing it in your toy circles. We want to make sure this gets done for Chad, for our pal. I have no doubt that 6,900 is going to happen. If it's this far along already, by the time we hit that late push and we get close to the end time. So probably the best thing you can do is just to share this around to make sure people don't forget about it. And then they'll come and pledge at the end. But keep doing that for us, and we will see that 30 finally become a reality for Chad. Hopefully we can get enough pledges in there where maybe some of those stretch goals get unlocked. Be sure you head over to the Kickstarter page. We have a link to it. We have a link to it down in the description, where you can see what some of those stretch goals are. Plus, the more backers he gets, the more details Chad is releasing. So if you pledge early, we're going to find out about all this stuff a lot sooner. So that's what we got. The good progress still from the 30 Kickstarter. Not quite there yet. But hey, let's get it done. We're in good shape. You get yours in yet, Rob?
Not yet.
Dirtbag.
I'm sorry. I get home and my brain's cooked by that point.
Again, there's 18 days left. It's okay.
Yeah, I have it set up to remind me in case I forget. So,
all right, good. The absolute least you can do. I'm bothering.
I mean, there's things I want to do on the weekend that I completely forget about. You know,
I'm starting to bother myself by looking off center all the time. It's not good. I need to just kind of keep blinders on. So, but I can't do that because I have to hit all the buttons. Next news item.
Hey,
here's some of those production images.
well, look at that.
Our buddy Eric over at Surveillance Port made sure that we got pointed direction on this one. He found them on the Thunderous Superstore on eBay, but that's the most plug they'll get because, hey, they're not paying for it.
Nah, screw them.
Our good friends at Kokomo Toys. But anyways, you can see there, that is the Ghost Viper and his Dire Beasts. And Dire is, it stands for something. I don't know what it is. It's on the box. I didn't look at the one for the box that closely. But that's basically the little acronym they put together for these nanobite animals that the Ghost Viper is running around with. Ghost Viper is pretty cool. I can't take away from it. It's a neat idea. If you have to do a repaint, they've gone out of their way to make a really creative repaint. They've done a good job with the parts that are at use here. I like the is that Barbecue's backpack on the retool?
I believe so. Yes.
And then we get the wolf and the snake and all. It just good stuff. Very well done. If you got to do repaints, this is how you should do repaints. Quite frankly, what do you think? Back time, Rob?
Yeah, I mean, looks awfully neat. I mean, that green, that kind of green iridescent plastic they're using has a really kind of creepy look to it. It's very green. I mean, if it's anything like the stuff that's on Crystal Ball, so I mean, it's gonna look like a Green Lantern, ring construct. Yeah,
it really does pop. I dig these guys. I dig these guys more than I should. I wish I had a Crystal Ball to pair them up with, but they, Walmart canceled that, and I haven't had a whole lot of luck since. Thanks for that, Walmart. Glad I got up, wrecked my sleep schedule to order your stupid figure, which you canceled the pre-order on.
Yeah,
dicks.
Yeah, they really kind of screwed people over there because I ordered one 3 weeks later and I got it.
Yeah, there it is, sitting on the desk. Sitting on the desk. With his big old sword swooping through. And Crystal Ball shouldn't be that cool, but there he is.
Yeah.
Sure.
I keep looking around for it.
Oh, again, always check clearance. Always check clearance.
Well, here's the thing. If you go to the right Walmarts, they have like these giant displays.
Yeah, and they're starting to tear them down already.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they had them up once and then, never bothered to refill them.
Right. So always check clearance because this is an item that isn't going to get replenished.
Yeah.
So that's what determines if it goes to clearance. Not if it doesn't sell. They don't care about that. They've already made their money. They've already given their money to Hasbro for it. So whatever they make off the top of that, they're willing to figure that out. Sometimes things get put in the clearance aisle and it's marked down 2 cents or 3 cents, whatever. But if it's not being replenished, that's what drives things to clearance aisles in your big box stores. So if you need Crystal Ball like I need Crystal Ball, keep that in mind when you're checking your local Walmart. But Ghost Viper and the Dire Beast, they look cool. And just like their brother, Ghost Viper and Dire Beast, which I forgot to change the labels for. But no,
They're not as green.
Steeler and Short Fuse, they're a different kind of green. And they look good. Again, we knew they looked good. Phil will attest to them looking great. He got to see them in person.
Ooh.
This isn't Phil special. But it's good to see what they're all tricked out with. Short Fuse has plenty of kit to go along with his mortar. So you're not back in the day, back in '83 when us old timers were playing with Joe's, all Cobras had to do was show up at his sandbags and kick his mortar over. He was done. He was out of the fight. Not this time. He's got all kinds of cool stuff going on. And Steeler, my God, Steeler looks angry with all them guns. He doesn't need a tank. He's like Rambo over there.
He is the tank.
He is, exactly. What would have been cool, just as a nod, if they'd had a spare helmet for Short Fuse, give him a blue helmet like he had in the cartoon. I bet they do that for the retro one. Because
there's a message from Just Jeff that maybe you want to just make a note of.
Jeff says, Mike, I have an extra crystal ball. Do you want it? Yes, I do. Send me an email after the show. Oh, Pong. Just Jeff got that in quick. Carlos Salinas, speaking our language, more OG13 goodness, bring on Zap, Flash, and Grand Slam. Yeah, we've dedicated some airspace to Flash.
And once Flash happens, Grand Slam will roll out at some point.
Right. I forget. I think it was Paul Sidaway on the Facebook page made the remark that once they get the Flash body constructed, they're going to use it for somebody else first. They're going to push out a Bombardier or something, just because we've made so much of a. It kind of feels like it, but frankly,
silver pad Grand Slam with a jetpack.
Right. So they don't pay nearly enough attention to us these days for that to ever be the case. So if they did that, it would be just out of pure coincidentalness, pure coincidence, pure kawunka donka dunk. I can almost talk today. I'm just looking through live chat comments for a second. Torpedo Mike says the Viper has a pull me finger. I mean, so Ghost Viper's a dad. So what?
And an audio chip. That is a lot of green vapor hanging around there. I'm just saying.
Joe ARH says they can guard Young Hawk's MMS position with rock and roll. Well, yeah, they can. Diana Davis notes that when one guy has an extra ball, his friends can benefit. Well, sometimes. I mean, sometimes we just point and laugh, but it's a terrible thing to say. Of all the problems to have, that's really not really the worst one. Phil Donnelly, who was, I think, -3 when Grand Slam came out. My worry for pads Grand Slam, and then we'll never get the orange pads. Well, I mean, orange pads Grand Slam, and I'm going to take a moment and be a stand for that for just a second. Underrated. I think it looks a lot better than the silver pads one myself. It's with the darker green and the black gloves. It really makes that orange, those red pads stick out more so than the silver one does. But I seem to be in the minority there. I think at some point the confusion of the silver pads one being more rare has really driven the value up on that figure, and I think it's been confused for love of the silver pads. My anecdotal evidence says that more of the folks I've talked to about it like the red ones better. I could be entirely wrong. I'm just saying, in my experience, through my 2 eyes and my 2 ears, that's been the case. Maybe people are just terrified of me and they agree, so I walk away. I don't know.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised, man. You'd be surprised. Used to go to these shows and people would walk up and be like, I didn't think you guys were all this big, when they'd see me and Gary. I figured you guys would be shorter and smaller. No, we're not. We're big and huge. So it's entirely possible. Cooter's Garage says they'll make Grand Slam first just for spite. Yeah. Again, I could see it being even more weird than that. They'll put out some exclusive Bombardier.
Bombardier.
Dave Tree will be sending me emails every day. Curse you, Dave Tree. Torpedo Mike. At this rate, Cobra Mortal will drop before they give us Flash. Probably.
No. Mortal.
Or no, is that isn't that Deaco, or is Deaco the red and silver guy?
Did they both use a Flash body?
No, one was the Snake Eyes body. Right?
I thought one was a Snake Eyes head with a Flash body.
Right. One was, but the other one was just silvery and red Snake Eye. I don't know. I'm too tired for this.
Yeah.
It's my, again, I work overnights, and Wednesdays are always weird because I get up a lot earlier than normal. So I'm a little off my game anyway on Wednesdays. Isn't it a great day to do a podcast where people love to jump on with about a minutia? Oh, I'm so tired. I'm tired all the time.
So tired. So very tired.
I've gone and I've schmutzed my eyeglasses. So, pick a topic and discuss amongst yourselves. Ragtime Rob.
Yes.
What do you think?
What do I think of Steeler and Short Fuse?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to get a hold of these. I mean, we'll have to get a hold of 2 because we got to send one to the hunter.
Well, if they're Target exclusives.
Yeah, and I mean, it seems like everybody's saying that they are. So, but I mean, the Target exclusives, unlike the Walmart exclusives, where they jack you around on the ordering and you never see them in the stores, the Target ones have at least showed up in the stores.
Except for Mark's Viper, which is what started this whole brouhaha.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I have to give Mark credit. He stuck to his guns on this for what, 4 years now?
Yeah. Going on 5, really.
That's more juice than I could have given them. That's those one-sided blood feuds. They're tough.
Yeah, my Target boycotting would have lasted all of about like 1 week.
Right.
I need this. I ain't going to Walmart. Forget it.
Yeah.
Well, they learned their lesson. All right. I've been out of here a week.
Craig Cohan notes that Orange Pad's Grand Slam was the first Joe he owned. So Chris P says, yeah, who knew Justin was the little guy of the crew? Right, and Justin's like 5'10", average build. Justin's not a small man. He is in this crowd. He's cruiserweight champion of the old What's on Joe Mind stable. And he used to be huge. He's dropped a lot of weight and he's kept it off for like 12 years.
All right. I mean, I'm starting to wonder. Just Jeff 45 has a comment there that says,
I was just going to say, Dustin Jeffrey is trying to make me angry by saying, watch us get a steamroller before you
get Flash.
Out of classified if that happens, okay? I'm not somebody who puts a lot of stock in, like the order of these guys getting released is no it's no mark of how important or loved they are, to a certain extent. But my God, if Steamroller is somehow more of a priority than Sergeant Anthony S. Gambello, I'm out. I'm just done until they release him. Then I'll be back in. Gene Fleming, make everyone unhappy. Do the black and blue Grand Slam from Rise of Cobra.
There you go. He knows how this works. He gets it.
Right. He's been around. Oh, we had somebody in a focus group just light up about that black and blue Grand Slam. He was just incredible. We figured we had to get him in the line.
And it won't come with that. It won't come with the how. It'll come with the law.
Dustin Jeffrey says Wednesday is a great night for a podcast until Orange Cassidy returns. Wednesday's a good night anyway. Don't make us show up at a random arena and take out Orange Cassidy. Don't make me do it. Mark will be back for that one.
Yeah.
Mark hates him. Mark dislikes. He dislikes Orange Cassidy even more than he dislikes Cody Rhodes. Got to bring back the honcho.
Mark, you said Mark will be the Jeff Galooly to his Nancy Kerrigan.
Right. Orange Cassidy's Oh. Just Jeff says they may go up for pre-order on Friday. Sure. I've seen that. I haven't seen it substantiated anywhere. So it something to keep in the back of your head, but I can't confirm it. So I didn't want to put that out here.
I mean, the fact that the pictures are dropping, I think gives some credence to that. But yeah,
right. It helps. We know it's coming, but I mean, New York Comic Con's coming too.
Yeah,
like we're not so far away from that some of these pictures wouldn't be getting out there. Torpedo Mike does have a handle on things. If we get Tiger Force toll booth before Flash, they are truly trolling us.
But it means they're listening.
Right.
We'd have to take that as a win.
Yeah, the difference is that's still. You can't tell the story of Tiger Force toll booth without talking what's on Joe Mind. So. The Gunny says, just to poke fun at Mark, we used a Target box to send him a gift. We do. Yeah, we did. White Vegeta with a question out of the super chat. Personally, thank you for that, by the way. Would you like to? I would like to see a Spiral Zone crossover. What other short-lived IP would you like to see crossover? How about you, Ragtime Rob? What do you think?
Let's see. Short-lived crossover, short-lived IP for a crossover that would kind of make sense for G.I. Joe.
Sure. Or not.
Yeah, or not. Well, if it's not going to, let's bring in the Centurions.
Yeah, I don't think that question said anything about sense. I'm looking through it again. So whatever you want to see.
Like I said, Centurions was a pretty cool line from back in the day, so that would be kind of neat.
Yeah, badass toys and okay, certainly not insulting by the standards of the time. Cartoon series. It just had the misfortune of showing up in 1986, which is just the most congested year for all of this stuff possible.
When 9,000 other things showed up, yeah.
When nothing could it was a dogfight to get into the national children's consciousness that year, and unfortunately they lost. But I've got a full set of Centurion figures around here somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, at a 6-inch scale, I think you could easily do those figures because they were about 8 inches.
I think 7, something like that.
So at a 6-inch scale, I think you could still get that inherent coolness there from all their gizmos and doohickeys.
Right. The one I would pick we've already seen, and before anybody jumps down my throat on this, they were only around for 2 years. Mask. I'd love to see 6-inch classified Mask toys. I don't need the vehicles, but
yeah, you see, for me, the vehicles are about as much as the fun.
Right. Like I don't need it to be comprehensive or anything.
Yeah.
You give me a 6-inch Tracker and a 6-inch Mayhem and a 6-inch Bruce and Brad and Hondo and I'm happy enough, right? 6-inch Dagger. Sure. It's fun. Craig Cohan asks, how are Honcho and Joe Colton? Doing good. Both Mark we're in contact with pretty regularly. Joe Colton a little bit less often, just because she's coming out of Dragon Con, which means she's pretty well unreachable for a couple of weeks before and about a week afterwards for
as she rehydrates.
Right. So last I chatted with her, she was okay, just going crazy with work and child. And Mark just got done with his move and is finally starting to settle in, but they're both broadly fine. No real concerns from either side. So Figure Six Pack says, since Steeler has now been revealed, it would be Steeler Clutch Rock and Roll that completes the trifecta of my tank, my Jeep, my motorcycle. And that's an issue #1 reference.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that because, I mean, as soon as Blowtorch came in, I immediately said, now we are going to burn the studio down. So,
right.
And not just because Blowtorch is a flamethrower.
Right. We finally have the complete contingent of Joes from Lights, Camera, Cobra.
That's right.
Which I will throw up there as one of the 5 best episodes of the old Sunbow cartoon, and we're not taking arguments.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic just for the sheer goofiness of it.
Right. You want to talk about an action that is 22 minutes of action comedy done to perfection, and it doesn't matter that it's a kid show.
No, and I loved it as a kid. It's not like I look back now and go, "Oh, that was funny." It's not. I loved it then.
Yeah.
Ready when you are, Mr. Lansdale.
The long shot. We had to have gotten the long shot. Ready when you are. I laugh every time.
Yeah. So nothing makes me laugh as much as it's that Quick Kick's line in that stupid episode with his girlfriend, which I absolutely hate, except for that one line.
Right.
You have a brother at home with shoulders like yours? No, a sister.
Magic. It's a Marv Wolfman episode of all things.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Marv is on as one of the DVD extras on one of the compilations. They have a long interview with Marv that's pretty good, and he talks about how Quick Kick was his favorite character to write for, and how all of the writers were encouraged to find one of the more obscure characters and try to write for that character.
Yeah.
Make that one their own. And his was Quick Kick. And so
I mean, Quick Kick comes across as like, the most likable character in there. It's his girlfriend, however. I really wish she was a Cobra agent, just because you could throw her in the clink.
Yeah.
She was just a doorknob.
She was a little much. The I did kind of like her boy crazy roommate though, because she was relentless.
Well, I mean, otherwise, if you don't have her, you don't get the sister line. So
Cooter's Garage is throwing Mask out there too. Justin Jeffrey going a different way with Shirt Tails.
Snorks. See, now Snorks lasted a while.
That's some legs. Bart goes Inhumanoids. That's a good pick, actually.
Yeah.
I was never huge on Inhumanoids, but
no, the cartoon was garbage.
It was just dark. Like it went out of its way to be dark.
I was like, kids show, huh? I'm like, yeah, it was just, and plus it was just dumb. I don't know.
It was loud. I think that was more my. I don't think it was dumb. I've watched it since, looking back at it, going, "Wow, they were really expecting us to be paying attention during this program."
Yeah.
For me, it was so rah all the time that it was
Yeah.
to do that. Like, it got so loud that it became background noise for me. Messing with my armrests on this new chair because I'm not used to them yet. Sorry. But Inhumanoids is a good pick. I'm not criticizing that. That kind of works with, like, you don't have to stretch that one too far. Especially if we're willing to accept an Energon universe with Transformers running around. Why not? Why not Inhumanoids? Because that's all the Earth would need at that point, right? You got giant killer robots coming out of the skies. Let's try and fight them off with some mutant creatures from deeps below.
Yeah. Now, if there's a long-term, a long-lived intellectual property, I would have loved to have seen G.I. Joe team up with. I think the answer is fairly obvious, especially considering their comic book origins.
Go ahead.
Captain America.
Right. I mean, I look, if you're gonna set it up that vaguely, there were actually a couple answers we could have plugged in there. So
yeah.
So Captain America. Okay, yeah, that makes.
Yeah, I mean, because then you get Falcon. You can bring in Nick Fury and Shields. It's fantastic.
The parallels with Nick Fury, of course.
Yeah, obvious. From the origin standpoint.
Roots of G.I. Joe itself. So. White Vegeta stepping up for Just Jeff. Target will have some X-Men pre-orders, so it makes sense to do them on the same day. So yeah, okay, all right then.
If that's going to be the Hasbro day,
yeah, that does make sense. That is some credence we can lend to it. Again, keep your ear open. I just couldn't confirm it.
Yeah.
So we do have journalistic standards on our program. Despite the 2-Bit Slime Show, they gave me a degree in that stuff, so I have this nagging.
Not to fly off the handle on every wild rumor, like, I don't know, every other thing on the internet.
Right. It's just I can't do it. It just feels irresponsible to me. White Vegeta says Walmart has CollectorCon on October 10th. That's my best guess for Ghost Viper. That is a good guess.
Yeah.
I'll order it then just to have another pre-order canceled. Brandon R agrees with Ragtime Rob. Mass needs the vehicles. I know. Look,
I like it's like the mask guys without the vehicles are kind of like Transformers that don't transform. You need
still have the masks, and you can use knives and stuff. It's fine. I'm not. Again, I don't need it to be comprehensive, but you give me 6 figures, a couple of little mini waves of mask guys, just as a tribute, and I'm okay. I do not need everybody from Mask to be redone classified style. Besides, Loyal Subjects is doing mask style.
Yeah.
With vehicles.
Yeah.
That's where you can get that needs to be comprehensive.
Did you order any of those?
No, not yet. I'm kind of wanting to, but I have not to this point.
I think we'll see Matt Tracker get a figure, considering he showed up in.
I think that makes him far more likely.
Yeah.
Todd Brattrud says, I'd love to see Leonard's The Core get the classified treatment. I'm surprised Leonard hasn't tried this yet.
Yeah.
That's the more surprising thing for me, is that I didn't, figure Leonard take the opportunity, pump out some 6-inch figures for $12.99 a pop, and people be going ape for them by now. Carlos Salinas, short-lived IP crossover, Andrew Dice Clay and G.I. Joe. Oh,
not short-lived enough.
Right. That'd be a good candidate to take a bullet here and there, though. Sean Russell, thank you for the super chat. Good to see you again, man. Visionaries coming in with one. That's not a great fit for me, just because of all the magical elements there. It seems to be the one thing G.I. Joe is not, but we just put Crystal Ball out with a bunch of ghost stuff, so whatever.
Yeah, but it's all illusion techno. He's Mysterio, basically.
Sure,
Yeah.
but whatever. Maybe that's what the Visionaries are too.
They all get bowl heads.
Craig Cohan, Brave Star. Underrated Brave Star. Good show. Diana Davis with Galaxy Rangers. Come on. Where'd it go? There it is. There we go. There's Galaxy Rangers. Okay. Don Russell also throwing out Filmation's Ghostbusters. Come on, Lenny would love to make a gorilla. And you know what? That's the point right there.
You know what? If you're going to give me a gorilla in a safari hat and cargo shorts, if
you're going to give me a gorilla, give him to me with cargo shorts and a hat. Otherwise, I'm not interested.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Do we get the cartoon Ghostbusters, or do we get Larry Storch and Ford Stucker?
I mean, you can do both.
And then you get the military tie-in. You go F Troop, but can you imagine F Troop with a gorilla? Fantastic. The only thing F Troop was missing back in the day.
Michael Gene Fleming says, if you haven't, you need to check out the Nick Fury Punisher Gamerverse 2-pack they announced last week. Lots of cool weapons and accessories, and a nice looking Nick Fury. Ragtime Rob, have you looked at that yet?
I've seen that, yeah.
I don't do anything with Marvel Legends past the occasional Spider-Man. So
yeah, I have that when they had that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. 3-pack with Nick Fury and Dum Dum Dugan and Sharon Carter. I got that, and that's a nice Nick Fury figure. So I'm good there.
Terry Hawkins, in this episode, Scooby-Doo meets Cobra Commander.
All right, we can't go wrong there. We would have gotten away with it if not for those meddling kids.
Right, how do you unmask him at the end of the episode?
You know what? You pull off a giant rubber hat, and there he is with the helmet and everything.
I just, Fred takes the helmet off, and the C4 goes off. Sucks to be you, Fred.
A dark ending. That's when you let Scrappy do the unmasking.
Andrew Gauguin, Shield versus G.I. Joe, written by Larry Hama. I'd buy that book. I'd buy that book. Dave McDonald would like to see action figures from the movie Philadelphia.
Well, it was a starring line.
Oh. Everybody's clamored for a very skinny Tom Hanks. That's what he wants.
And Denzel Washington off-screen teasing him with chocolate bars.
Right. Great movie, don't get me wrong. Great movie, but just funny if you're bringing it into action figure content.
Reminds me, with the passing of Robert Redford, we get the Ordinary People, this back there. Anybody who wanted that Mary Tyler Moore action figure.
Right, I tell you.
Donald Sutherland.
Figure 6-pack asks, what's the big deal with Short Fuse? Does he double as an EOD? Not to my knowledge.
No, I think that would have been Zap. Probably closest, at least in the comics.
Closer to it, right. He was the explosives expert. Short Fuse was the mortar guy.
So he I think he would have been doubling in artillery.
Right. He was more the dude who could do the advanced trig in his head at a moment's notice, was kind of his superpower, if you will. Again, he got zero personification anywhere past the file card. So I understand why folks are maybe confused by Short Fuse.
I mean, literally, Short Fuse's characterization was, Short Fuse, drop a mortar on him, and you just go, okay. Boom. Okay.
Short Fuse, go be inexplicably from Brooklyn and shout a lot on the Sunbow show. Okay. Ah, God, he was so annoying. I hated him on that Sunbow show.
Yeah.
Anyways, next news item. We spent like 20 minutes on that.
That's all we got.
Also, Super 7 Reaction Plus has a Target exclusive Tiger Force Duke. We are finding those in stores now. Thanks again, Surveillance Sport and Yo to the Joe on Instagram. He'll cost you about $22. Much like regular Duke in Reaction Plus, I'm taking a pass. But if this is what you want, man, go get it. He's got a sword.
He does, doesn't he?
He does.
That makes no sense.
I don't know why either. Maybe it's supposed to be a machete, but it's yeah. Anyways, moving on.
It's a hell of a machete.
Bart,
like Excalibur.
If we get short fuse, how far are we from getting downtown? Hopefully not too far. Hopefully we can get a non-orange downtown. That would be good. Josiah Alcorn, thank you again for the super chat. No love for the bad Image Comics based cartoons of the 90s getting a crossover. Gen 13 and Wildcats.
That's right. There is no love for them.
That's correct. Hit it right on the head.
You got it.
Ugh. That's the popularity of those books are what ruined comics in the 90s. Because everybody went to try and copy them. And
well, yeah, it almost sank the whole damn industry.
Just
and really overshadowed the fact that if you look, there are good comics in the 90s.
Yeah, you're on the podcast here with the two guys that just didn't care for any of that stuff.
No,
Rob has about 115 long boxes full of comics, and you will not find a single X-Men book from that time in any of them.
You won't find an Image book from that time.
No, I have a copy of Spawn #1 because one of the guy who owned the shop gave it to me. It's like, hey, you buy all the Spider-Man stuff here. This is what Todd McFarlane's doing now. Okay, thanks, Bob. And it's still in the box. I read it once. I was like, whatever. Put it in the box.
Yeah, I read it too. I was like, oh, is this what Image is doing? Don't care.
Bart asks, would Rob Liefeld toys be cheaper since they have no feet? The answer is, yeah, of course. Yeah.
If you were probably not, because Rob Liefeld.
Well, yeah, it's true. Whatever foot savings you had would then get.
They're going to be eaten up by the pouch costs.
Right, extra pouches and whatever. Just
guns that are impossible to hold.
Rob Liefeld. Everybody would have Sci-Fi's helmet. Yeah, it'd be good. Be good. Again, more power to him. He made a lot of money.
Yeah, true.
Making terrible comics. If I could make terrible comics and make that much money, I'd be jealous of me too. So I by most accounts, a pretty nice guy. So I'm not gonna slag him or nothing, but just don't care much for his work. 19JJ says, "What's up, dudes? Hey,
sup?
Hey, sup? Hey." I keep looking at the wrong screen for the camera. I can't do finger guns.
We need a director for you.
I need fewer buttons. Anyways. Anywho, next news item. Hey, today from your local comic shop. G.I. Joe 11. Written by Joshua Williamson, pencils by Andrea Milana, and colors by Lee Loffridge, who, if you'll remember, is award nominated, Eisner Award nominated.
I thought it was the guy from.
Was it? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'm trying to carry a gag and it's not working. Anyways, I'm
no disrespect to him. His color work is excellent.
Yeah, see, it's fine. It's spot on. But I don't know. Never a joke being nominated for an Eisner. I just like to make sure that I get pointed out as often as possible. But I can't remember these things as I'm constantly tired. Anyhow, Baroness and Major Blood still fighting. It's issue 11 of G.I. Joe Energon. Good stuff, though. I make it sound like it's been going on forever, like it's some kind of extended Dragon Ball Z thing, but it's not. It's actually been a really good little story.
Yeah,
with Baroness and CoverGirl in France and Major Blood and Raptor trying to take him out. So that's right. It's a good story with Raptor. Raptor doing stuff, not just the goofy stuff Larry Hama had him doing in Marvel.
Yeah, which to be quite honest, was amusing.
Which made me love him. But this is a competent Raptor who can fight and stuff.
Yeah.
So
he's not just doing the books.
Just Jeff, Rob has a proposition. I can give you some Gen 13 if you want them.
Nah, I got plenty of toilet paper.
Yeah, that's all right. That's okay. That's got staples in it. You don't want that.
Yeah, I said we could use it as wrapping paper, but then everyone's wondering at Christmas, what's with all the underdressed teenagers with exaggerated anatomy?
Wouldn't that hurt? Yes, it would.
What kind of position is that? That's not anatomically correct. Geez, somebody was horny that day.
Liefeld Legends Captain America would be Build-A-Figure because of his chest.
It could have to be 2 waves because of the chest.
Oh my goodness. Diana Davis notes that's a cover evocative of Un Chien Andalou, which I know I butchered, but I'm just saying it's a cover evocative of having stuff in your eye.
Yeah.
I got
things.
Thing in my eye. It truly does. That makes me very uncomfortable, this cover. Very uncomfortable. I can't look at it for very long.
No, I don't like eye injury things.
It's really about eyes. That's like watching gory movies and stuff, no bother to me whatsoever until we start fucking around with eyes, and then I'm out. Ugh. 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 Also from Skybound later in a couple coming up on us already. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, and it felt like it was like going to happen 4 months later. No, it's like a couple of
3 weeks out.
This is October 1, so 2 weeks. Today's the 17th. 17th.
I'm trying to think of how many Wednesdays there would be before then. So,
it like 3. No, there's a 24th.
24th, and then the 1st. Yeah.
So yeah, it's 14 days from today.
Yep.
So Cold Slither, the one shot happening. Tim Seeley, pencils by Juan. I think that's Juan. Could be Juan. I don't know. And then colors by Rex Locus, who sounds like the 5th member of Cold Slither.
Yeah.
Buzzer, Ripper, Torch, Zartan, and Rex Locus on auxiliary percussion. 5 variant covers for this one. So if you're into that sort of thing, like our buddy Josh Eggebean, keep an eye out because they'll be out there. Scott X1307. Glad I'm not the only one with the eye thing in movies, right?
Oh yeah, that and needles going into people. I can't watch that in a movie either.
That doesn't get me so much. Eyes and my number 2 thing would be fingers. So if for some reason finger injuries bother me. Well, yeah, Cold Slither featuring Rex Locus.
And Rex Harrison as Abraham Lincoln.
No. This is Rex Locus. He's hardcore. He's punk, yo.
He's a punk rocker. Yes, he is.
Jobalog in Toy City. And don't get me started on needles going into eyes. Ain't that the truth? That was we were talking to last time I spoke to Roger. We've chatted, of course, since then, but The last time we had him on the show, we were talking about his various procedures and talking about getting injections in his eyes. I had to stop him. I couldn't do it.
They would have to strap me down so hard.
To put me out.
Oh yeah.
I'm a little flinchy as it is. It's amazing I ever got to the point where I wore contacts for a long, long time, more than 20 years. And it stuns me to this day I was able to get to that point, because I am one of those people where if something gets this far away, well, anyhow. Cold Slither, the one shot, it's coming your way. Just 2 weeks.
2 and 2.
No,
there's no extra 2. All right.
it's 2. We will not invoke Chuck Woolery on this program. Slime bag. Diana Davis notes that her father and grandfather have eye injections too. The Gunny's saying he's got to have cataract surgery. Well, good luck with that. I think they do that with lasers now, though. Don't they do the lasers with the cataracts? That might be.
I don't know.
That might be in my future someday too. My eye doctor says this looks like I'm not there yet, but I will be at some point in my life.
Yeah, I got told that too. Yeah.
Whatever. How many of our grandparents had them? The three that we knew as in life. I think all. Oh yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
The eye genes, not the best. The hair genes turned out to be pretty good. The eye genes, Gene Fleming, this will be through the VA. So Gunny surgery will probably be a hand-shaped flint knife.
Oh boy. Well, at least it's done by a craftsman.
See, Doug Dello, he's going to be positive.
There you go. Thank you, Chuck.
Easy in, easy out, and helps a lot.
All right. Outpatient. There you go. Can't be too bad.
So just make sure you're not letting the Gunny drive home, because
just thinking of that Simpsons where he had the eye surgery. What crust? His eyes crusted over. Oh.
They're healing. It shows that they're healing.
All right, let's get off of this.
Skybound for the next few weeks. Again, today, G.I. Joe 11. Next week, Codename G.I. Joe Deluxe Hardcover number 2 happens. That is a compilation of the Destro and Scarlet miniseries from before the beginning of the G.I. Joe regular series.
Okay.
Then we've got Real American Heroes Silent Missions trade paperback. That is the 5 one-shot issues put together in one handy volume. Void Rivals 24, if you're handling the big overarching story. And then on October 1st, Cold Slither number 1. Go back to it. And the Real American Hero Compendium trade paperback number 2, which should be issues 307 to 312.
No, if it's the compendium, you're talking about the Marvel stuff.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So, okay. So that would be 51 through.
Well, it'd be issue 50. It'd probably start with 51, but I think they're working in the secret mission, the special missions in there. So
okay. So yeah, I'm not sure
I'm not sure how the issues. Well, it wouldn't be like 51 to 100, but
yeah,
necessarily.
Job along notes, this episode of What's on Joe Mind was not for the squeamish. We're not the prettiest folks anyway, so it typically isn't. Diana goes on, my mother had all the goo sucked out of one eye. They filled it up with some gas. She had to lie and sit face down for a month till the new goo filled in.
All right, people need to talk about more pleasant surgeries. Any rhinoplasty getting done? I mean, I had more pleasant surgery last summer. This is terrible.
Do the next news item thing.
Goo.
Goo. Goo, 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 goo. Goo, 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 goo.
And this isn't helping. I'm sorry, Roger.
Right into Roger's eye surgery, which involves him getting shots in his eye goo. Again, somebody noted at the beginning of the show that it looks like we've made our goal on this one. It's still, if you got a couple of bucks, these things are always more expensive than people anticipate. And if we know Roger, he probably didn't ask for enough anyway. So again, Roger is self-employed, which means he is, of course, underinsured. So even if he's at his goal and you want to give, it's not a terrible idea. Figure Six Pack says Roger needs laser eyes like Cyclops from the look, man. If you could promise me that a surgery would give laser eyes, I would go do laser eyes. But Andrew Galgan checking in on me. I don't know if I'm okay. I
questionable.
Had to lie down until the new goo filled in.
See, now Cyclops' eyes are apparently dimensional apertures to this dimension full of just red energy. If you got to get the ionic energy eyes like Wonder Man.
All right.
There you
go. Brian Fabian. Okay, who wants to talk blood clots? Yay! Blood clots.
Phlebitis.
Riddled with phlebitis. No, Roger does not have phlebitis. But we do have a link to his GoFundMe down below. Again, if you got $1 or $2 or $5, just send something along, help Roger along with his surgery and recovery. Same goes for Jamie Sullivan, who I believe this week, I think might have been today, even had his foot surgery. There too, these things are always more expensive than they anticipate. So if they're at their goal or around their goal, don't let that distract you. If you got $1 or $2 or $5, just help out if you can, because it's gonna be worse than you expect, because it always is. But congratulations to Jamie. Let's hope everything continues to go well in that regard, and we don't have to worry about him losing his foot to his insurance company again, because that's almost what happened this time. And thanks to you if you did contribute, because you certainly helped this happen. You certainly are a big part of why Jamie's going to be on the road to recovery. So let's keep our ear to the ground and hope that they don't have any other terrible, unexpected expenses. And again, if you got $1 or $2 or $5, by all means. Yeah, Jake Rose backing me up there. Today is Jamie's surgery day, so I guess we can forgive him for not watching
this time.
Maybe Friday, as I slowly point at something not on the camera. Anyway, sorry. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out eventually.
It'll be a little post-its and arrows all over his screen.
Oh, Just Jeff says it's closed, so it won't let you donate anymore, man. Okay, all right then. Back to sports. Oh. And number 3 on our triumvirate of GoFundMe's. Look at a little crusty nose. On the big screen, it's a big crusty nose.
Yeah, crusty nose.
But But help Diana Davis. They've still got a mountain of bills coming from Splash's run through the doggy ER. She's done a lot for us as a member of the Skybound staff. So again, you got $1 or $2 or $5, whatever you got laying around. Shake out that couch. Send a few dollars to Diana and her GoFundMe. Again, link below. Of course, again, our proceeds from the super chat and all of the stuff we've got set up to where you can pay in. We'll divide that up with the 2 open ones and send that money off later in the week. But Doug Dello also thinks you got a little crusty nose. Splash is apparently doing much better too, so I'm sure Diana can tell us in the live chat. But yeah, Splash is, from what I understand, back to being Splash. Her nose is crusty again tonight, just for us. There we go. Little crusty nose. I mean, she's a bulldog. Her nose is always kind of crusty.
Yeah.
We're happy because it means that all that junk is actually getting out of there, which is tough for them to do. As I understand, that's why dogs always stick their heads out of the car, because dogs can't use Kleenex, so
they're blowing their nose.
Yeah, they're sticking their head out of the car because it all the wind pushes all the gunk in their nose back into their throat, and then they just swallow it. So it helps them breathe afterwards. Because again, no Kleenex. No thumbs, no Kleenex. Terry Hawkins says she's looking forward to her new laser nose.
Now that's an accessory.
Oh. Oh. That's that could be Taserface's henchman in the Marvel.
Taserface. Laser nose.
Laser nose. All right. Next news item. Hey, the swag shop having a sale now, apparently. They never bothered to tell me this month. I'd have given you the dates, but I didn't know myself. Anyways, 35% off on tees. Enjoy deep discounts on everything site-wide. Sweatshirts, mugs, magnets, stickers. We got shorts now. And even more. The link is below. Be sure you hit up our T Public store. We made $10 last month, so that's gonna cover the property taxes.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, we don't make anything on this. I think if you buy a T-shirt, we get $2 on it. But we're trying to outfit you for your fall convention needs. It's getting cooler out there. Maybe you should think about a sweatshirt.
Oh yeah.
You already got T-shirts. Maybe a sweatshirt. Maybe a nice hoodie. I better cut that out before I start to like it. And of course, our newest design, unfiltered gutter water, is available on everything.
I'm sure it would look lovely on a tumbler.
Right. We haven't moved too many of these, which is disappointing. But now that we're in the fall season, it's a little different on the T-shirt. It's not a big logo on the middle of the shirt. It's just a little thing on the left side. Just a little Pepsi logo up here. I'm sorry, little altered Pepsi logo up here. So we
take that, lawyers.
Right up there. Diana's like, wait, shorts? Yes, shorts. Some nice kicking around loungewear athletic short type things with the logo on the left leg, I believe. Oh. Andrew Galgan squints in anger.
Don't forget to shake your fist.
Right. But, Pepsi is terrible. Doesn't taste like anything.
Tastes like Pepsi.
Right. You just drink it. It just burns with the sugar taste. And so much high fructose corn syrup there. It doesn't taste like anything else. Overseas Pepsi. When I was in the UK, Pepsi was great. Real sugar Pepsi is good. But they don't do that here. I won't be a part of it. Duck Dello says, on the shorts, thicken the crotch arrow is aimed at your knee.
You know what? It keeps you out of trouble.
Sure.
You're going to flunk anatomy class, but other than that, you're all right.
Josiah Alcorn notes that the real money is in what's on Joe Mind Zubaz. And yes,
yeah.
If I could,
the finest garment 1987 had to offer.
If I could find somebody who would embroider our logo on red, white, and blue Zubaz.
Oh God,
do them. I promise you, have those available, but I cannot. Not for a price I can handle anyway. Not enough of you are subscribed to the coffee for us to pull that one off just yet. You're gonna have to sign up in a bit stronger numbers and for a little more than $1 a month.
You know what though? If that's going to keep from getting that horror unleashed into the world, yeah, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Shut up. Dave McDonald, Mrs. Wendy's pitas. Me too.
I just miss Wendy's competence. I don't know where that went.
Right. Something wrong with the Wendy's here on the north side of Indianapolis. It's none of them are any good. Excuse me. Anyways, next news item. So big sale. It's going on now. I'm not sure when it ends. I think it's through the weekend, but whatever. Remember, be sure to visit our friends at the Surveillance Port, your one-stop shop for pre-production photos and other G.I. Joe news. Our friend Eric made sure to, get us some scoops today. That's at surveillance-port.com. Why did he take one that was so difficult to spell? I don't know.
I told you why. Reconnaissance. There's no Cobra toy with reconnaissance in there.
I'm just saying, man. Thank God that Google has, it'll remember what you like. If I type SUR, it just fills in the rest for me because I'm not getting surveillance right most of the time. Like I can spell it, but can I type it? No.
I mean, it'd be even worse if it was reconnoiter. But anyway.
Yeah, no. These bonehead hot dogs do not work on keys very well. So, yeah, it is surveillance-port.com. You'll know it because they're shooting at you. Look at them. They're trying to keep you out, but you need to just go in anyway. Be strong.com. That's a plug, isn't it?
People flock into that site, man.
Next news item. There we go.
Look at little kitty.
There's Chunky Tank Kid in his Meowler Tank, brought to you by the G.I. Joe 3D Printing Podcast. They just had a new episode this past Sunday, so make sure you are heading over to the 3D Printing Podcast YouTube site. It is linked to our channel page down below if you're on our channel page. And they will get you taken care of. Be sure to join Mike and Mark and Archwan with any of the questions that you've got about 3D printing, regardless of your competency level. They're going to be able to help you out. These guys are good. They know what they're doing, and they're just good guys to boot. We want to support good guys. This YouTube community, we tend to support a lot of bad actors. Bad actors, crummy. Boo. We want good channels like 3D printing, G.I. Joe 3D Printing Podcast. That's what we want. As things go haywire on the other screen. Okay. All right. Good.
I know we've discussed this way back in the day, but How ticked off do you think that cat was being in all those boxes?
I know. That's a cat in a box, man. There's nothing happier than a cat in a box.
No, yeah, you're right.
There's nothing at all.
Although he does look like he'd pull that trigger. I don't know.
That's a happy cat. That's you. I'm telling you, man. When cats are just staring at you, that is the best they can do to express love. Okay. Cats are looking like squinty eyed at you and doing the slow blinks. That is cat love right there.
Oh boy.
Okay, so no, this is a happy cat. Anytime you give a cat a box, a cat is happy. You're just sounding like somebody who's never had a cat, and you haven't.
No, I haven't.
Diana Davis's brother-in-law used to love Zubaz. He had many pairs. I used to love Zubaz. Fantastic. It's a comfy pair of pants. The Gunny agrees. Pepsi is too sweet, and I am sweet enough. Oh, yeah.
It's all that bacon.
That's right.
Getting the sugar under the fingernails. It's seeping in.
Oh, Lord. And that's the news. And where's my button? There it is. I just have to wait for it to cycle through. I apologize to everybody. It just
Yours takes a while to unmute, right?
really does.
Yeah.
Because basically I clicked on it and it played, and then it played a second time, and I don't know why it did that.
It didn't play a second time through here, so
yeah, I know it didn't do that for you. It just did it for me. Sure. I made the thing. I don't need to see it twice. Whatever. Anyways, we'll be right back after a quick message from our wonderful friends and sponsors at Kokomo Toys.
We buy, sell, and trade vintage and modern toys. G.I. Joe, Star Wars, Transformers, Marvel, DC, and more. Located in beautiful downtown Kokomo, Indiana, we are open every Wednesday through Saturday from 12 to 5. It's a theme park of nostalgia. Join the thousands of people who have traveled from all over the Midwest for over a decade to buy and sell with us. Get your geek on.
There we go. Kokomo Toys. Todd still has not made another one of those that doesn't use licensed music. So,
well, he's rolling in the coin, so he can afford it.
It's different when you're making stuff for TikTok, right? Like there's different rules that apply. It's different when you're making stuff for Instagram. Different rules apply, but for YouTube.
Look, TikTok is a Chinese-run company. They don't care about copyrights.
No. But it's in the U.S. it's owned by U.S. interests.
Yeah, but
it's just like I think they pay for the TCAP licensing, right? Or the what's it called? TCAP's a work thing. The ASCII license fees, so I just think it's open to them. In Instagram, they give you the option. There's a whole library full of contemporary music. Just throw it on the back of your posts, whatever. Doesn't matter. They don't care. And because again, I think Meta pays for it, but YouTube does not do that. Like we have the theme song, which is YouTube free music. Anybody can use our theme song on YouTube. Anybody. We just do it best because we're What's on Joe Mind. But yeah, it's weird. I don't understand. But anyways, I can't use anything that's got licensed music in it. Lord knows they've made great commercials that I just can't put on here. I'd like to change it up. It's been like 3 years with that one, but he doesn't have anything else that doesn't use something that would get us flagged and banned.
As I lose our Croatian audience.
Curse you, Todd Jordan. Curse you. And blaming it all on Todd. All the world's troubles on Todd. Got a wonderful thing going. He's got Kokomo Toys. They have the Kokomo Antique Shop now. That's also Todd and Amber's second baby. And then there's Comics Cubed, and there's the records. Like if you're going to downtown Kokomo, you've got an afternoon. You have an afternoon. So I absolutely recommend it if you're anywhere close by. Get yourself down to Kokomo and enjoy Geek Street. You won't be sorry. Just go Wednesday through Saturday, because then you like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, some things are open and some other things aren't, and what have you. But Wednesday through Saturday, they're all humming. So get down there second half of the week. Or so help me. Anyway, I've made enough threats. I gotta lean over, make sure I get the right button.
Nothing spurs business traffic like threats.
Like threats. I got a letter from the postdoc here. How's it, team? So my last batch of product came in. The pillow and tote are the 16-inch sizes.
Well, look at that.
Mike Edelman and his paid spokesmodel. But you can see there pillows with the pillow and the tote bag with the 14th anniversary Sky Striker logo. And again, that's a big tote bag, 16 inches.
Yeah.
I might see if I can order one of them to carry my stuff around at AR in November.
That's bigger than what you get from PBS. Channel 13 didn't have tote bags like that.
Right. I want to get a red one with the Mark Target logo on it. Just to freak everyone. Just to terrify everyone. Oh, Jesus. Is that the honcho's face on a bag? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. There's no escaping. It's the honcho. But thank you, Mike. We always appreciate it when you're checking in with the family.
Happy 14th anniversary, what's on Joe Mine?
And happy 20th anniversary, Mom and Dad.
Cobra!
Screaming little girl at the end. She's the best. She's the one that wants to be here too. Like the boy, he's not down with us, I don't think. But the girl, she's down.
Yeah.
She's down with what's on Joe Mine. That's okay. That's fine. Oh. Cooter's Garage notes that speaking of cats, we haven't had an appearance from Dr. Soxo in a while. Since it is Fan Appreciation Day, I'm kind of compelled that I have to do this. So here we go, everyone. Get ready for the next 20 seconds of Dr. Soxo, the rock and roll cat.
Pampered brute.
Let me get the comment down there so we're not blocking up the screen.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Now his favorite thing, he likes to pop up for, you know, like I'll do that to him and he'll pop up and just kind of bat my foot for a while. And then he stops and like he just headbutts my foot like, oh yeah, sorry, lost it for a second. We're good, right? Huh?
Then he goes and fights the water heater.
And he goes, beats the water heater like a timpani.
He didn't do that last time.
No, but he's a silly cat. He's wonderful. So anyways, also on the docket tonight, we've got some of your top 5 unmade G.I. Joe Classified fan picks. This is a thank you to everybody last week who helped us out a little bit. And because I noted that we did not really have time to get everything on the screen to talk about those. But we, you know, and I know I sounded kind of grouchy doing that, but I figured, hey, why don't we reward the folks that helped us out last week and controlled traffic by getting it up on the screen this week, and we'll chat a little bit, Rob and I, about your picks, and we'll do our best to maybe sneak a few in at the end here if we got a little bit of time. But Torpedo Mike jumping in there with she's listening. So funny, her reaction. I'm Mini Torpedo and I like cats. All right.
All right.
All right. The Gunny, not a cat person. Again, is always planning how to kill you. Look, man, the cat is like Batman. The cat just knows how to take care of you if you get out of control. But I think planning to kill you is that's a little strong.
But it does have designs on you once you die. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you're not there to feed him, he's gonna eat your face. And frankly, I'm not doing anything with that face. I'm dead. I don't care. Hey, just trying to nibble some of this off, you know. I'll look good in the casket. Anyhow, your fan picks, your top 5 unmade G.I. Joe classified lists, and away we go. In most cases, we've got to, if I didn't recognize the tag, or in some cases, if it's a channel that has a few hundred subscribers, you want to go check it out. I just left the YouTube tags up there. Otherwise, if it's somebody who we know really well from live chat and you don't have that kind of presence, I got your name in there. So OU812343, which is a Van Halen fan account that can't count apparently, but they've got Flash. That's a correct answer, Flash. Also, Ice Cream Soldier, Rampart, Ambush, and Night Viper. Staff
The Night Viper's coming.
Yeah, he is. There's a few on here that have been name dropped. You can see Iceberg on that later list. Media J2K 126, Vipra version 1. That's the Ninja from the Rattler Jeep in '97. Night Fox version 1. Iceberg, who again we know is coming. Action Man, and Battle Commander Hawk. That is specifically Talking Battle Commander Hawk, which is the guy who's got the like the lengthwise American Legion style hat and the sunglasses. He's kind of a different take on Hawk. I dig him. Like if we got to do a lot of Hawks, that's not a bad one to do. Paul Sidaway, staff musical coordinator. And I'm going to play this because it's Fan Appreciation Day, and we got lists full of reckless hot takes, so why not?
Reckless hot take! Reckless hot take!
I love that one because it's long enough where I can get a drink, short enough that people don't turn off. So perfect, Paul Sidaway. Perfect. He's got Deep Six version 2 with Finback. He's got Iron Claw, who I'll be honest, I narrowly avoided having Iron Claw. He was like probably number 6 or 7 on my list. He's got the Monstro Viper. Got Red Star and Zanzibar is something I'll get behind too. And then he's got an honorable mention, the Australian exclusive Digger. Who Digger was a guy who showed up in, I think, the Australian print G.I. Joe comics. He was just a straight up recoloring of Recondo. So they could do that tomorrow if they wanted to.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe Australian faction just rose up and said, "Give us Digger." Then they could do him. No tooling necessary. He's there for you already. And then we got White Vegeta. He's got the Cobra Trooper from Renegades, which is a solid pick. Repeater, which is a solid pick. Thrasher, a solid pick. Ambush, the finest, sideburns on the team, a solid pick. And excuse me, IG Destro, a solid pick. So Ragtime Rob, what out of these first 4, what sticks out to you here?
Let's see. I'm gonna go IG Destro, the Iron Grenadier.
Okay. Yeah, we do. I have to say though, they need to retool him a little bit. Like from the waist up, not too much. I think those weird shoulder blade things, and I don't mean shoulder blades like shoulder blades. I mean those blades.
Yeah.
Shoulder.
Yeah.
Maybe not. And then those boots, they got to go. Though that is Studio 54 Destro right there, and no, they just
No, Studio 54 Destro we've already seen, but
I'm just saying that's the original one, and that's the
Yeah.
top half from the waist up.
That's more of a CBGB's Destro.
Okay, all right, fair enough. That's I will accept that. That is good. And Doug, we'll get to you in a second. Don't worry, I haven't missed you. But I thought again, Ambush is here twice, and I think that's a solid pick from the late line. Ambush was a big part of the Deke show, so there is a solid segment that at least recognizes Ambush, and frankly, he's got some cool gear. He kind of works.
He can make a little tent.
Yeah. Ambush is one of those guys.
Really, it's more of a like a camouflage blind, but
Yeah, that is a sneaky good deluxe figure waiting to happen.
Yeah,
that, and of course Dreadnoks, man. Thrasher, Zanzibar, absolutely. I'm in for Dreadnoks. I know I'm starting to get pickier on my classifieds, but I'm always going to buy a Dreadnok.
I have a feeling we'll see those two at some point.
I hope they're if you're going to keep doing Dreadnoks, man, they're kind of the next two.
They're the only two left, I think, at this point. Other than unless you want to do stuff from past the classic line.
Yeah, and
Burnout or Heart
Burnout, and then that one dude who came with the motorcycle in 50th anniversary.
Oh yeah,
he was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then
I forget that guy's name, but yeah,
there's Zanya, there's Heart Wrencher, there's other ones. Monstro Viper could be cool. I think if you get away from the limitations of what 1993 or whatever had to offer, I think that could be really neat with how well they can do grotesque looking figures today. So I know there's probably some folks rolling their eyes at the Monstro Viper, but I think there's some potential there too. Doug Dello, thank you, sir, for the super chat. Christmas at the Irizarry house in the 80s. How were Joe's distributed? Do you each get your own flash, or do you have to share? Good question. As far as figures went, we pretty well had our own.
Yeah.
Because as we've told the story on several other occasions, Rob had a paper route as a kid, so he had his own money. Like, you couldn't stop Rob from going and buying his own crap. Rob didn't have an allowance. And then once a month, to make sure Rob was keeping up with his schoolwork, about once a month, I did it for a week. And so I would get the money from the week that I worked. And you couldn't stop me from spending on what I wanted. So yeah, we kind of had our own figures going. We had our own spending money. We were independent Gen X children of the 80s, and damn proud of it, because we have a lot more stuff remaining from that time than a lot of our peers. All of you who are just waiting for allowances. Anyhow. So yeah, I was about to say, Rob, your first trip to buy Joe's, you walked with Grandma up to Woolworths, right?
No, we went to we rode to Rockville Center.
Okay, all right.
So Field.
I'm getting
I didn't buy I didn't intend to buy Joe's. I saw them hanging on the peg. I said, "Hey, those are cool.
They got elbows and knees."
Yeah, look at that artwork.
So my first trip then was, I know mine was to Woolworths to buy my first two, again with Grandma. So it was, we had ways to get them in town within walking distance or bike riding distance or what have you. So the combination was there for us to be pack rats for this stuff at a very early age. As far as Christmas went, I don't think they kept track. Like, there was no master list of what we had. They kind of looked at the lists that we made. Yeah,
because we knew what we had.
Yeah, we knew what we had, and we weren't the type of kids to be like, oh well, I want 200 beachheads, so I'm gonna get this. No, I wasn't that way as a kid, right? I wanted to make sure I got everybody covered once before I started worrying about, what would be neat is if I had 2 Cobra soldiers. But like army builders for us were that first Cobra officer that I had. His hands kind of fell to pieces, so he sat in turrets a lot. He was an army builder. He died in a lot of wreckage. I got a second Crimson Guardsman by mistake one year, and they was like, "Oh, I bought you one, but we'll take him back. We'll get another one." And I was like, "No, you stay away. You leave me this Crimson Guardsman."
He's a soldier. You can have more than one of those. He's like a storm.
Two of him.
Remember, you had to explain. He's like a stormtrooper. There's a lot of them.
I will have 2, and it will be excellent. And so that was the closest we came. So we were trying to catch them all. But I'll put the question back up just so everybody knows what we're talking about. But as far as vehicles went, and particularly the larger vehicles, they were just kind of one, and we would share them. And sometimes, it was because even then, like even some of the medium-sized one, we had a few doubles there. Like we both had a Vamp.
Yeah.
And a couple other ones, but like even the medium-sized ones kind of.
Yeah, I think we each had like a Skyhawk and a Fang, and
Yeah, little stuff was kind of didn't matter because again the folks weren't necessarily keeping track. If these were the things that we said we wanted, we tended to stay pretty focused as kids. Like we weren't kids who went asking for 20 different toy lines. We liked what we liked, and we liked it a lot. So it was easy to buy gifts for us because we were going to be like, if it had the G.I. Joe label on it, we were going to be pretty happy. Just as a matter of course, we were going to be pretty happy. So yeah, we were organized enough as children to keep that stuff straight. But thanks again for the super chat, Doug. Moving forward with more fan lists. Rogue Many Zeros 9 has Hardball, Headman, Lamprey, Dart, and Recoil. I hope they make Recoil with his powder blue weapons.
Oh yes,
that would make me happy. He's got the powder.
Carolina blue.
Ooh. Todd Bratrid, he's in the chat tonight, or he was at any rate. Has Quinn, who again narrowly missed my list. He's got Fridge, who did not miss my list. Horror Show, Lobotomax, and Billy. Strangely absent, Lobotomax's twin, Zemonoball. I hope people finally get that joke now that his name is spelled out on the screen. That used to be a joke that only made Godso laugh. And I've just continued with it anyway. And people, what are you talking about with that? I was like, it just look at it and tell me. And they never come back to me saying, oh yeah, I looked at that. I get it now. Ha 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 ha. Like that. But it used to make Godso like crazy. But he was the only one. Then we got Hockeytown Arcade, has Crazy Legs. He's got Roddy Piper, which is a nice choice. He also has the Fridge. Don Moreno. And Shipwreck, based on his Devil's Due appearance with the longshoreman sweater and what have you. It was the easiest way to classify that.
Yeah.
I don't care for the knit cap. I think you can dress Shipwreck however, but if he doesn't have the teacup sailor hat, then it's not Shipwreck. So
I don't mind that.
Yeah. Teacup hat.
I like to think of that as North Atlantic Shipwreck.
And Shipwreck on the shrimping boats.
Merchant Marine Shipwreck.
And then the A-lister, Alistair Keffer, checks in with Ozone, Sonic Fighter Falcon. I think he wants another crack at a Falcon head, but Night Creeper Leader. He has a correct answer with Flash and Strato Viper. And I'm going to go ahead and give him the ding Where is it? There it is. For his correct answer for 5 there.
All right. The More Bread Please has a came in late and wants to know what we're talking about.
About here?
No, what two down.
Oh. More bread, please. Today's theme and discussion. Well, it is in the description down below. But currently we are at we're looking at the top 5 lists that folks attached to last week's video. I know when we talk about stuff like this on the show, folks tend to put it all in the live chat, and I kind of got on everybody. Was like, I'm not putting them on the screen. Put them in the big boy comments. And because people actually listen to me, I decided, well, I'm going to take them out of the big boy comments and put them on the screen, because that's how much sense things make this week.
So these are the people's top 5 as of yet unmade figures that they would like to see in Classified.
Yes. Doug Dello is encouraging. Every joke has its time. Never give up. Never surrender. Oh, we don't.
No. Yeah. We'll beat it into the ground. Oh, yes.
King, the only toy lines I had as a kid was Star Wars, then G.I. Joe. Yeah. You know, we were Star Wars at first too. I saw G.I. Joe. I never looked back at Star Wars. I was done. To this day, I've never really bought Star Wars toys at all. We had, like, our secondary, I would say, was Superpowers. That would be number 2 for us. And then Transformers was probably number 3. But even that tended to, like, Transformers was one of those where it was, they were cool to see on the shelf, and it was great watching the show, and then you'd get them in your hands, and it was kind of like, oh, these are little immobile brick guys with arms. Okay.
Yeah.
These
You're
are
lucky
not,
they had arms.
yeah, these are not as fun as the cartoon says they should be. So
there were a few that were.
Yeah, there were some of them. Look, when that old Transformers line hit a home run, it really hit a home run. But they were kind of few and far between.
Yeah.
So, Shockwave, Jetfire, Soundwave, Optimus was pretty good. So there's winners, but then there's also Ironhide.
Yeah.
And, anyways, I could go on. Again, they weren't terrible looking, but they're not particularly, articulated. So it made it tough. If I said today to Rob, or I'm sorry, I said today to Mark, actually, in a text exchange, that I'm kind of jealous of kids that have Transformers today. Because, man, they're awesome.
They're not as intuitive though to transform as they were back in the day.
That is true. But yeah, for me, most of what I wanted to do was just have them as robots anyway.
Yeah,
like transforming was not something they did all the time. Anyhow, I liked having them as robots most often. So okay, I have a couple of those masterpiece ones, and some of them are needlessly fidgety. So you can go too much that way, certainly.
Yeah.
But again, masterpiece is meant to be done once and put on a shelf, and then maybe 6 months later you transform it and put it back on your shelf, that sort of thing. So, anyways, my theorems on Transformers, everyone. There we go. I'm sure it's what everybody signed up for on this G.I. Joe podcast.
Robots.
You got my bad. Hey, no bad. Don't worry about it. You're here now. That's all that counts. We appreciate. Yeah. We appreciate you. More bread, please. I may have some toast later because I'm thinking bread sounds good. Anyway,
a harmless question, no foul.
Yeah, the thoughts of a madman on my part, but don't let that ever discourage you. It's Fan Appreciation Day. And then we got our third slide. There's Doug Dello with his Stratoviper, Lampreys, Don Moreno, Horror Show, and Dana. I get Forgot Flash, so whatever. Etomp 88. He's got Hydro Viper. He's got Ace with the tag of modern looking. I'm not sure which figure that is including or alluding.
I think basically he'd like to see Ace, but make him look like a modern pilot, maybe.
I mean, if anything, Ace from 83 looks too modern.
Yeah.
He's got the Strato Viper as well. Interrogator is there, and Duke in his Pursuit of Cobra garb. There again, I would push to say which Pursuit of Cobra garb, because there were a couple of them. And then we got Rampart from Cooter's Garage. He's got 92 Barricade. He also has Hardball. He's got Headhunter Stormtrooper and Super Trooper. And that just reminds me of that. What is that? Terrence Hill and Ernest Borgnine.
Oh, yeah.
That I made you watch. Super Troopers. Not even the Broken Lizard one that people like. No.
Yeah.
No, I'm giving you the dubbed badly in Italian, and Ernest Borgnine is the only guy actually speaking English in it. Super Trooper movie from 1980.
82, 83, maybe?
Yeah. Bud Spencer, I must have been sick that day. I don't know. And then Stitch Young, or as we know him, a two-time All-Pro quarterback, first team, Steve Young, going for the Indian repaint Canary Ann.
I am unfamiliar with that.
Yeah,
who is that a repaint of?
It's Lady J in a yellow jumpsuit, basically.
Okay.
Blades from Action Force, Gaucho from Action Force. Then we got Bombardier, also known as English Repaint Flash. And that gets a correct answer ding. And then Cesspool is the finishing up on his list, who is not on Action Force. So, Ragtime Rob, what sticks out to you for you here?
You know what? There's a couple lists now that we've seen Hardball, and yes, I would like to see him.
Yeah. Yeah, Hardball is in that, folks like to get on Hardball for being strange because he's got that baseball style jersey, and I just say it doesn't matter. Just much like Bazooka's football jersey, it doesn't matter. He's not there to sneak around. He's shooting a rocket launcher. He's here to blow stuff up.
Yeah. His presence is going to be announced loudly.
Right.
He's got a big multi-shot grenade launcher.
Yeah, Hardball is a guy you're going to see his handiwork long before you see him. So yeah, whatever, man. Dress however you want. He doesn't have to be super tough guy, painted camouflage, real. It's a toy line after all. So I kind of dig that he always brought something different to the table. I like Hardball.
I do too. I would buy a Hardball.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There aren't many, basically past probably like 86, 87, there aren't many guys I would. Hardball's one of them.
That's true. As it did happen after, he did come out after 1987. And as we know, that is your hard line for pop culture.
Yep.
But Stitch Young made Dave Tree very happy by getting Bombardier on his list. So
we can hear the cheers from Fordingbridge right now.
Right. So I'm sure he is thrilled out there. A common thread through all 12 of these lists. Many of them have had somebody from the October Guard we have not seen at all.
Yeah, and I don't think we will.
Maybe I question why we wouldn't. Right? I think you're right. We won't. But at the same time, like these are there's no there's no file card on these things. There's nothing that denotes character. So
we won't. I mean, really, for basically the same reasons we didn't during the heyday. It's just
you're right. We won't, but I don't necessarily understand why. Right? It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Like who it's already a line where it's a bunch of soldiers who dress kind of screwy. Why would essentially say if you're making Dana, it's essentially Lady J with a different head and a silly hat. Okay, so what's the problem? What's the holdup there? You know, what is horror show that makes him? You know, you look at him and you know he's Russian. You're like, oh yeah, hey, that guy looks like a Russian. But what about horror show? As far as how it's dressed, says, oh, this guy's Russian.
I get it. It's like I said, it's not the name, it's the nationality. It's just, it's just not.
But again, when you're dealing with nothing that denotes them as such, why is that a problem? Is my question.
I think just because it's just what they are, so
I'm not expecting you to have an answer for that makes any kind of sense. It's you aren't the one who made that decision. But it strikes me as a silly one because they're like, I would understand if they decided, oh, well, we can't do Schrage. We can't do Colonel Brekov. Those guys look like, they look like Russian officers. Okay. Yeah. I understand. But some of the, like Dinah horror show, Dragonsky, the flamethrower, they don't look like, there's nothing about them that says, oh, well, these guys are totally, So I think you could get some of them in without a whole lot of pushback, but it just, I don't know. Again, I don't have a good explanation for it. But looking through the live chat a little bit, sorry.
I know More Bread Please wants to know what team jersey Hardball is. I think it's just a generic baseball jersey.
Yeah.
It says G.I. Joe on it,
just white with a blue border, so there was nothing to do with that necessarily.
Yeah, I don't think they were shooting at a Red Sox jersey, so
be all right if they were, though.
No, wouldn't. He's from New York.
If you had to shoot at one kind of jersey, though.
If there's any one jersey you wanted to shoot at, it'd be a Red Sox jersey.
That's kind of the one, right?
Yeah, but like I said, a kid from Cooperstown, New York, he ain't rooting for the Red Sox,
right? Yeah, like it's so yeah, no, it's fine, and I'm a little sad that we didn't get more sports themed Joes. Big Lob was there. He was supposed to be the basketball guy. He'd never quite made it to figure form in the day for whatever reason, but he was there. Like there were plans for him.
Yeah,
didn't come to fruition. Where was the hockey goon G.I. Joe?
The hockey goon should have been a Cobra.
You had a. Oh shoot! His name just flew out of my head. The tank driver, the Canadian guy.
Backstop.
Thank you. The guy who drove the Persuader. Like he had hockey all up and down his file card. Where is the guy in the actual hockey jersey to man the turret in the Persuader?
It should have been Backstop, I guess.
Where is that guy? So Carlos Salinas says we need pickleball. Oh.
And he needs to be the guy who's just a little too into pickleball,
Oh, Gunny with important news. I have decided on chocolate sweet rolls, apple pie sweet rolls, orange sweet rolls, spice sweet rolls, and cinnamon raisin sweet rolls for assembly required. So if you're not going to assembly required, you're a fool.
If you're not going to assembly required, you're having your brother smuggle some of these back for you.
Right. And I'll have to remember to take an empty Tupperware.
Yeah.
To bring some of them home. Because I'll be at assembly required. I'll be at the booth with Joe Slepsky.
Yes. No, you'll just be following the Gunny around.
It's not that big of a floor, so I imagine we'll just kind of be the Gunny's headquarters for a while. Anyways, We're there. We are there, sir. We appreciate you. My God, sweet rolls. Sweet rolls.
I mean, chocolate sweet rolls and apple pie sweet rolls.
Oh,
Sweet, fancy Moses.
you're expecting me to concentrate on a show now? Come on.
Yeah, get that. He's gonna have to concentrate on not getting diabetes.
Get me a 12-ounce can of insulin to keep on.
Yeah.
Holy mother of.
Well, good news, your meals are covered.
You know what'll be funny is that Jamie is very carb conscious. My best friend Jamie, who will be kind of being he'll be our technical guy that week. He's making the trip, and he's very carb conscious. So I will be entertained to see how carb conscious he actually is
in the face of these
multi-flavored sweet rolls. Oh Jesus! I can't.
There you go.
To hell with diabetes, the works sweet rolls. There you go. If you need flavor number 7 there, Gunny, or number 6,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6. There you go. That's one for you. Just a little bit of everything with the scraps. Just roll it all together. You can have the chocolate, apple, orange, cinnamon, spice, raisin sweet rolls.
And Fruity Pebbles on top, just for good measure.
Come on. We'll have some at the breakfast on Saturday. It'll be right there. And it's
Fruity Pebble garnish.
And that's the plan.
There you go.
So, and
he's
frankly,
a Marine. He's always got a plan.
Right. If that's how I got to go, right, then I'm fine with it. I'm good with that. That's okay. That's okay. But that's what we have. That's the 12 lists that you gave to us in the past week. We appreciate you guys being cool about things and throwing your lists in the big boy comments. If you have a list of your own now, by all means, your 5 favorite characters that have not been made into classified, put them down in the big boy comments this week. Maybe we'll get back to it someday. I don't know. I can't see us doing this 3 weeks in a row, but maybe later. Who knows? Anyways, what I'm trying to say here is big boy comment. Big boy comment down below. Leave those. Interact with us. We try to get back on everybody. I apologize. I know I'm usually more creative in responses, but what I was doing is as I was tallying these lists, as I was putting them into slides, I would comment either you remembered Flash or you forgot Flash, and that was how I knew that I put that one in a slide.
Except for one of them.
Except for Andrew Goggins, in which I just wrote Pepsi is swell. So I'm even picking fights in the comments.
Well, that's what the comments are for, apparently.
Right. Charlie Garrison says he'll be there. He can resist the carbs. He can resist donuts. This is different, Charlie. I promise you, sir. This is different.
He's not stating this as a fact. He's trying to convince himself.
You're right.
It's
Charlie,
kind of like a concentration mantra.
Right. And one of the things I like best about Charlie is he is a positive thinker. But Charlie, no, just admit defeat. You're going to wind up eating one of these things, and it's going to be great. One won't kill you. Andrew Goggin is following your advice and shaking his. So there you go.
My favorite is when I get my students to do that back to me. It's so great.
Do you stand up at the lectern and shake your fist, and then they all shake back at you?
Yeah.
He's saying no. It's a fat look. We again, Charlie, you're a positive thinker, and we appreciate that.
Hey, did Andrew Garrison submit a list?
He did. Oh, is there another slide? Did I forget a slide?
I don't know. We got 3.
Huh. I know he did. Where did it go? Were there more of them that All right, you're right, Andrew. I'm not sure where, because you were next to Andrew Gauguin's list, and I said to myself, "Oh, we have an Andrew slide." So something happened. I will have to look. This would not be the first time that my free version of PowerPoint ate a slide. So we may be back with this 3 weeks in a row.
Hey!
But I certainly don't have it now. So yeah, both Andrews and then a couple other guys. There's nothing there. So yeah, there's 4 more of them that we'll get.
So there were actually 16.
Yeah. Doug Dello's like, operator error. I'm like, yeah,
Possibly.
no. Because there's no more slides. I made the slide. I remember doing it. Is it maybe out of order? Let me look in the No, it's not there at all. I apologize, guys. We'll get them in next week. That's moderately annoying. Andrew Gauguin says, I just presume Mike blacklisted me because of Pepsi. No, I even made a joke that Coca-Cola was the Coca-Cola bear was your honorable mention. So
they made him already.
Right. You take the scars off and give him a little bottle of soda, and there you go. You have to be the Yojo Cola bear, but whatever.
The Yojo Cola bear.
Scale it down, make a little one. Yeah, the Gunny had one as well. So I apologize, guys. Again, I know I typed them out. I remember doing it. And no, it's just not here. It's just gone. So we got a couple of minutes left. If you've got something you got a super chat question, by all means, we're coming down into the home stretch. We've certainly already gone longer than anticipated, but again, it's fan appreciation night, so we'll hang out a little bit. Rack Time Rob.
Yes.
What'd you get in this week?
Well, I got stuff coming, later this week, but for right now, I have a famed Dick Wolf production.
Gung gung.
Law and Order.
Any truth to the rumor that either of them looks like Jerry Orbach?
No.
All right, that's too bad.
Although, if you look at this redhead and this face, it does remind me of somebody.
It's Honcho and Order.
It's seriously. I mean, when I saw it sitting in the box, good Lord, they've done it again. They've apparently Law must look like a former brand manager.
It's mandatory.
Yeah.
Yeah, that slide is nowhere. Sorry, I'm still looking. I can't. If I open PowerPoint to search for it there, it's going to crash everything else on the machine. So I'm not doing that right now. But we'll get it. We'll get it.
Now we got something for next week.
Right. We'll some way. Someday, some way, I think is how the song goes. My bad. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you download your slides like 20 minutes before the show and you don't have a chance to check it. This is what happens. What else you get, Rob?
That's it.
All right.
Although sometime this week, according to the mail, I will have dial tone.
Yeah, we've heard that before.
Yeah. No, he's shipped.
Aldo
tracking number.
Yojo, and Yojo to you, sir. He's got an avatar there. It's a big B. Look at that. See that? It's a big B.
It certainly is.
It's
a jolly BB.
It's a B. Yeah, sure. Okay.
That's that Filipino fast food chain.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? We watched that YouTube thing on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there he goes. He's helping us out there. Jollibee.
where you can get fried chicken and spaghetti.
XL.
It's a nice light meal. Oh yeah,
Chicken and spaghetti, and then tomorrow you can run that marathon.
yeah. Yeah, I got a ship notice today, just today on Monkey Wrench.
Yeah, Monkey Wrench and Cold Slither in the mail for Doug Yellow. It's a Dreadnought Invasion.
Yeah, I have I said by the end of the week I should have Dial Tone and Han Solo.
That's
I'll be able to open up him and Chewbacca.
It's the team that they never said shouldn't happen.
Yeah,
Han Solo and Chewbacca.
No, you mean Han Solo and Dial Tone.
Right. Yeah. Sorry. I'm tired. I'm tired quite often.
Caught the Han Solo prequel on TV Saturday.
All right.
Yeah, that movie holds up. I'll tell you, I like it.
I liked it. I don't understand what the pushback was on.
I don't get it either.
It was just fun. It was what a Han Solo movie should be. They didn't try and force Harrison Ford's 90-year-old ass into the role. They just recast it.
Yeah.
Like what happens in Hollywood when you have movie franchises that last 50 years. All right. So, yeah, his backpack fell off. I don't know where it went to. I'll find it later. But we got another one of these guys in the mail last week. That's all I got.
Number 4082.
Right. Or give or take. I might only be in the 4070s. Like I said, I got to get caught up on the still photos, and then we'll get back to counting them as they come in on the show here.
Yeah, really, how many still photos you need? They all look like the same.
It's fun to see them all in the same place. But again, he can't. He's got his backpack. He's got an accessory pack gun. I don't have the bag for him, but the price is right, and he's in really good shape. Besides, paint's good and the joints are good. Couldn't say no. Couldn't say no. For the that I have a line, as I've often said, that despite the escalating cost of vintage figures, for reasons that I do not understand, but past the fact that it's slightly older than it was last year, there's no reason for it to be 20% more expensive than what people were asking for it last year. That makes no sense at all. But they made 1 million of them, like a literal million. A literal million, folks.
At least.
Right. Beachhead was available in 1986 and 1987, the two biggest years of one of the biggest selling toy lines of all time. There's 1 million of them, at least. Albo XL says no explosion pack with Beach. No, the ammo pack is really the tough part to find. I know everybody likes to make a big deal about how easy it is to bust the waist piece on Beachhead, and I'll grant you, it is easier than a lot of others, but that is not an intact waist piece is easier to find than the ammo pack. Far easier. Out of the 200 and some that I've got, maybe 20 of them have busted waists, but there's a lot more of them that are missing that ammo pack. But moving forward, how about shout-outs, Ragtime Rob?
Yes. Ah! Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I know what this feels like, so it's okay.
Hey, shout out to the studio audience. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks for submitting your lists.
Right. It's Fan Appreciation Week. They better tune in.
With the promise of cheap beer,
No. That was canceled. In the thumbnail, that was canceled.
Law enforcement came down and said, no, I'm sorry. We'll pull your permit.
No. Nickel beer is out. Nickel beer is off. What else you got, Rob?
I think that's it. I gotta get a bed.
I guess. Sure.
Gotta go to bed.
I feel like I gotta go to bed. I gotta go to the doctor tomorrow.
Ah.
Just a checkup. It means I gotta get up early for me.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Hey, the Yankees won.
Hey. They better. They're winning like 7-2.
Yeah, they ended up being 10-5.
That's fine. That's all right.
They maintained the 5-run lead.
Right. That's fine. That's all right. You can give up 5 runs when you score 10. That's okay.
Yeah.
I will reiterate Rob's shout out to our studio audience. Thank you so much for joining us. A lot of you come back week after week after week. God knows why. We appreciate you. If you have a couple of bucks laying around at the end of the month, hey, we do have a coffee account. You can send it here. Anything monthly gets you in our closing credits. Someday we will produce enough non-live footage that we'll actually have an actual bonus that comes with. We'll have an actual legitimate tier someday. But that will require time to do all that, or somebody who knew how to do that quickly. So until then,
what you see is what you get.
Right. What we got is a live TeamStream every week that happens on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern. Programming note: some point this fall, the TeamStream will likely be moving back to Tuesday.
Uh-oh. Mike's frozen.
Oh, how far did I get?
I said, basically, it was sometime during the fall, the TeamStream will be...
That good, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
Anyways, sometime this fall, sometime probably October something, the TeamStream will be moving back to Tuesdays. So make sure you make a note of that. My work schedule is changing. I will be going.
Yeah, you froze up again.
Everything went down. That was rough.
Wow.
Everything went down. But yeah, it's a good night to reboot the router. So again, likely Tuesdays. I will keep everybody posted as far as when that happens. There shouldn't be a break in programming. We might just have a week where we do a show on Wednesday, and then the next week it's on Tuesday. I don't know how it's going. We'll figure it out. With any luck, there's not going to be some run where I've got to work 7 days in a row or something to knock out every night of a week. But if it happens, it happens. So, like I said, I'll keep you posted. I will also want to give a shout out to the folks who don't watch us live. If you're catching us after the fact, as many of you are, you count just as much. We love you just as much. Be sure to take your top 5 list of Joes that remain unmade in the classified line and attach them to the big boy list down below. Since we got a couple from this week that we didn't get to, I guess having more of them isn't a bad thing for next week.
Yeah,
it would be silly if we only did like 4 of them next week. Might as well have 8 or 12 again.
Yeah, we can do another slide.
Yeah, call it a reprieve for those of you who are tardy. Apparently, those who are tardy do occasionally get Fruit Cup. So,
but no cherry.
I don't know, man. I'm not picking all them out of the Fruit Cup. we may just it just may be Fruit Cup, man. It just may be Fruit Cup. So, and if you're catching us on the audio only service, I made a strides to get us closer to caught up. We're not there yet, so I apologize. You're going to be hearing this weeks later. That's just kind of how it goes sometimes. Yeah, it's for give a special shout out to everybody who participated tonight and last week and however you want to do it, and for everybody who provided money during tonight's super chat. An extra shout out to you. Let me see if I can get them. That it would be Josiah Alcorn, Michael Gene Fleming, Joe ARAH, White Vegeta, Sean Russell, and Doug Dello are our contributors in Super Chat tonight. So we appreciate you guys putting forth your hard-earned ducats. We will get those, get that money off to the open charities that we've got listed down below as well. And I think you guys have all said that both Jamie's and Rogers are closed, so I guess we're sending some money off to take care of Splash. So
I think they said it was Rogers that was closed. So
again, not sure. What I'll take a look, but we'll get them to the open ones. That's all I know. Firefly says, "Hey, I made it." Well, it took you long enough. You got a few minutes left for a super chat, but that's about it. So
hold him up down by his ankles and shake him for nickels.
Yeah, Andrew Galgan. Even look, StreamYard, I'm sure is way tired because they listen to us and we're boring, and I'm sure there's people out there doing this that are far more boring than us. So there you go. We will be back next week, of course. I'm sorry. Also, I can't forget our shout out to our wonderful sponsors at our friends at Coca Toys, because they will cut our sponsorship.
Oh man,
probably won't. But anyways,
we'll give them some donuts. They'll be all right.
Right. Real quick, we'll sing the theme song. Kokomo, Kokomo,
Kokomo, Kokomo Toys,
Kokomo, Kokomo,
Kokomo, Kokomo Toys.
And that's what we got. That's all we got this week. We're tired. We're going to
That's
take
all we got. Still managed to go 2.5 hours.
Right. Rob's going to bed. I'm taking a nap. I'm not taking a nap, but I got to stay up late. But I got to go to bed early for me because I got to get up before noon tomorrow.
Ew.
And because I got a doctor's appointment in the afternoon. So it's just a weird night. Just a weird evening. Keep those lists coming. Put them in the big boy comments down below. Remember to like and subscribe. We will be back next week with another episode of the What's on Joe Mind team stream. We appreciate you. Be sure to join us. As our friend Vagon likes to say, stay safe, and if you can't, be careful. Until then, enjoy the rest of your week, everybody. And yo, Joe. I'll find the button eventually.
Muppet dance. Ah!
I got into the sound effects tonight. It screwed up everything. There we are. Good night, everybody. Oh.
Still not going.
Button, could you work for me once tonight? Come on, man. This thing's eating slides. It's not listening to me when I. Oh. All right. Really this time. Good night, everybody.
Bye.